Welcome to All Rounders. So today we'll be explaining you about the conditional statements, and that will include if, else, elif, if else, and nested if else. So over to Bhupendra.
So hello guys, I am Bhupendra and today we will both teach you about the conditional statements in which we include the if, elif. So now let's get started with the what are the conditional statements. So here the conditional statements in the Python performs different computations and actions and they check the condition whether it is true or false for the whole evaluation. Basically in the conditional statements we use the logical and comparison operators one by one or we can use them both. And so guys, in the conditional statements we check the condition of the variable whether it is satisfying the particular need of the program or not. If it is satisfying the need, then it will gives you the real true, otherwise it will gives you the real false. So in the conditional statements are handled by the various statements. Such of them are the if statement, else statement, elif statement. Then we have the nested if else statement. We have the if else ladder. So let's discuss them one by one. So what is the if statement? If a statement checks for a given condition, if the condition is true, then the set of the code present inside the if block will be executed. Suppose you have a variable a and it has the value 4. Now if you give the condition that whether if a is greater than 3 or not, if it is greater than 3, then it will work on the if statement, otherwise it will not work on the if statement and it will execute the program. So here you can see that the if statement is written by using the keyword if. Then we have the syntax for the if statement, which is if, then we give the condition, then after that we have the statement in which we in this statement we give the print statement or whatever operation you want to give them. Then now over to Jeet, he will tell you about the if else statement.
So here comes the part for the if else statement. The statement itself tells that if a given condition is true, then execute the statements present inside if block, and if the condition is false, then execute the else block. Else block will execute only when the condition becomes false. This is the block where you will perform some actions when the condition is not true. So basically, if I'm taking a program where the code checks if a person is above 18 and below 18 and checks for the condition for eligibility to vote, then I'll be writing if, then I'll be giving the conditions if age is greater than 18, then the statement would be print you are eligible to vote. And if this condition becomes false, I'll be giving the else block, and inside that I'll be writing the statement print you are not eligible to vote. So that was quite clear how if else works. So let's move on. So elif statements. Elif statement is used to check multiple conditions only if the given if condition is false. It's similar to an if else statement, and the only difference is that in else we will not check the condition, but in elif we do check the condition. Syntax for elif statement is if condition, then statement, then elif condition, then another statement, then the else block. So basically, if you have worked with Java and C++, over there uh, you can see there are if else working similar to elif statements, and in Python we do not call it if else, we call it elif separately. So that was about elif statements. Nested if else statements. Nested if else statements mean that an if statement or if inside another if or if else block. Python provides this feature as well. This in turn will help us to check multiple conditions in a given program. The syntax for the nested if else statement is if condition, then the statement, then another if inside that if block and condition for that and its statement, and followed by the else block and its statement. So that was all about conditional statements, and in the next video we'll be implementing all this. So stay tuned guys.